I'm Albert Schuldner from the Media Bureau at the Federal Communications Commission, and I'm here to remind all radio broadcasters they need to renew their station licenses. All AM, FM, FM translator, and LP-FM stations must renew their station licenses every 8 years. That includes commercial and non-commercial stations. After those 8 years are up, it's time to renew again. Renewal deadlines are based on where your station is located. The first group includes all stations in Maryland, Virginia, DC, and West Virginia. Those renewal applications are due June 3rd, 2019. Next, we move 2 months later to North and South Carolina. Then, every 2 months we move on to a new group of stations until we end on August 1st, 2022 with Delaware and Pennsylvania. This slide shows all the states and the deadlines for renewal. Check it out so you don't miss your deadline. There's some things you can do now to prepare for your station's renewal. First, get ready to broadcast the announcement of your upcoming renewal. FCC rules require stations to broadcast pre-filing and post-filing announcements of renewal applications. I'll have a link to some helpful information about that in a minute if you need a refresher on what's required. Second, please check out your contact info in the FCC database. If it's wrong, please make sure we have your correct mailing address, phone number, and email address. It may be 8 years since we last heard from you, and some things may have changed since then. You can use our CDBS database to make corrections to your mailing address. We also find that a lot of stations change attorneys and forget to tell us, so we contact the wrong counsel when we have questions. Please let us know if that's changed as well. Third, all stations must upload their public file documents to the FCC's online public inspection file. If you haven't activated your account, or if you haven't uploaded the required documents, please look into this right away. Failure to comply with these requirements can lead to fines or delay our processing of your renewal application. I have a link to more information about OPIF coming up. Finally, if you owe the FCC money for unpaid regulatory fees or fines, you'll need to resolve that before we can process your station renewal. So the real question is, what's new this time around? There's one big change. The FCC has changed to the new License Management System, or LMS, Database and Electronic Filing System. The renewal form is now called Schedule 303S, and the required EEO report is now Schedule 396. You cannot use CDBS for renewals anymore, so please make sure you go to the LMS database when you start preparing your application. We've got a bunch of helpful resources for you to check out during this process. Our new LMS Help Center includes copies of the schedules you'll need to file, instructions, a step-by-step guide on how to log into LMS, and other useful info. That should be where you start. Also, as I mentioned earlier, if you need help with your broadcast announcements, we have instructions and a script for you located on our website. If you haven't conquered the online public inspection file yet, please see our OPIF FAQs. There's tons of helpful information about how to work with OPIF. And finally, if you need to speak to us, call our help desk at these numbers. They'll try to connect you with someone who can help. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to receiving your complete renewal application by the deadline.